S.F.I.A Foundation, Israelite Academy 2019. Once again, please support the movement. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Family and friends, brothers and sisters. I am your host, Shabar Israel, that will be bringing forth this lesson on today. And the topic of discussion is I'm going to explain that your body is truly hell. I think I did this many months ago, but I'm going to refresh in your minds to it again. So what you call your body is truly hell. I'm going to jump right into it because I don't have enough of time to just stall around. So your body is truly hell. If you would like to take notes, feel free to take notes. And for this lesson, you will need a King James Bible as well as a composition book to take notes if you want to. So let's dive straight into it. Once again, hope all is well on both sides of the family. Brothers and sisters, peace, much love, and abundance of blessings to you. So let's go ahead and start. I don't want to procrastinate. Now, let's go straight to the canvas. Like I said, you will need a King James Holy Bible. This is my customized King James Holy Bible. And you will need like a composition book or something along with a pen to take notes. This topic of discussion is the body being hell. So I'm going to explain that what you call the flesh, as you can see, this is known as the flesh, guys. And I know my hands are dirty as hell. Not too long, just got off work. So this is what you call the flesh. All right. The flesh, the body, the physical. All right. The anatomy, the dirt suit, the meat bag, whatever you want to call it. This right here, guys, the flesh, this right here is truly hell. Okay, I'm going to explain it. So let's go to the canvas. Okay, let's go to the canvas. I got my marker and my canvas. Disregard the lettering, disregard the numbers on it. Just pay attention to the red writings. So, all right. Your body. Let's get into this. Your body is hell. And this is facts. I'm going to explain. Your body is hell. All right? Your body is also the world. So we'll draw a little picture of the world up under the bottom. You know, the world has North, Central, and South America and so forth. Here's Africa over here. Here's the Atlantic and the Pacific Ocean over there. So, your body is truly hell. Also, your body is the world. So, the world, when you clearly, truly enter and understand, the world is hell. So this right here is hell. So if your body is hell, and also your body is the world, we know that hell is the world and the world is hell. So to live here, to live in the world, is to live in hell. And to live in hell is to live in the body. Y'all get it? To live here in the world is to live in hell, because hell is the world. And to live in hell is to live in the body. So what makes you think your body is not the world? Y'all follow me? Does that make sense? Okay. Now, what about the spirit? So let's draw the spirit. Let's come over here and draw the spirit. I'm going to draw like this little wavy energy. This is the spirit. Now, the spirit, in order for the spirit to dwell in the world, in order for the spirit to dwell in the world, the spirit needs what you call a body. In order for the spirit to dwell here, ain't no spirits dwelling here without first having a body. Because we know that all human beings exist in what we call the world today. So you cannot be a spirit and dwell here without having a body. So what makes you think that the body itself is not the world that you live in? Tell me that does not make sense, guys. Tell me that doesn't make sense. Tell me that doesn't make sense. Let's continue on. So your spirit cannot live in the world without having this body, or what you call the physical, or what you call dirt suit or meat bag, or what you call, yes, the flesh. The spirit needs the flesh. So the spirit needs the flesh, which is a body, in order to dwell in the world. So the spirit gets a body, and the body can now have access to the world. The spirit gets the body, and now the body can have access to the world. So what makes you think that your body is not the world? See, a lot of us think this here. A lot of us think that, first and foremost, they think that they are the body, but they are not the body, because we know that we are actually the spirit, but the spirit gets put inside of a body. So I'm going to draw a bigger person on the outside. Okay, y'all see this right here? This is a person. And the one in the inside is the spirit. All right, I hope y'all can see this well. So this right here is the spirit. And on the outside, this is the body. The spirit cannot live on the earth, because that's another word, however you want to put it, earth, world, whatever. The spirit cannot dwell on the earth or the world unless it has a body. So actually, this body is the world. This body is the world. I don't know if you guys are following me, but I hope you're getting it. The body is the world. So your body is not separate from what you call. This is another picture of the world. Your body is not separate from the world, because your body is the world. Your body is the world. It's not separate from the world because the body is the world. So when you're looking at your flesh, you are in the world. You looking at the trees. When you look at the flesh, you're looking at the trees. You're looking at the 7 seas. You're looking at the 7 land masses. You're looking at the mountains. You're looking at the hilltops, the plateaus, the jungles, the sticks, the stalks, the shrubs, the bushes, the jungles, the livestock, the cattle, the rocks, everything that is found in the world. This is the flesh. The body is the world. You're not distant from the world. So basically what I'm saying is, when you're standing right here, guys, and you may see some mountains, let's say you might see some mountains, you might see some birds flying, you may see some grass, you might see some grass, and you might see like trees. You might see trees, mountains, and grass, and bushes, and all that. A lot of us think that we are distant from what we see on the outside of us. When in actuality, what we see on the outside of us is us. So you're not distant from the mountains or the trees or the grass and hilltops, livestock, the cattle, and all that they're in. You're not distant from that. You are actually that. You are actually that. The body is a figment of your imagination. And you think that you are separate from the grass. You think that you're separate from the trees, the mountains. You think that you're separate from this, when actually you're looking at your own body. So just like I'm looking at my hand right now, I'm looking at the grass. What is the grass of the earth? The grass of the earth is the hairs upon my skin. So the hairs upon your skin is actually the grass of the earth, guys. So when you're looking on the grass, when you thinking that this is distant from you. You're looking at the grass down here. You don't even realize that you're looking at the hairs upon your body, because the world is your body. So when you're looking at the grass, you don't even realize you're looking at the hairs upon your flesh. And you think you distant. No, because I told you that the body is the world. And the world that we live in is hell. So from the day that God assigned your spirit a body, that's the point that it entered hell. From the day that God assigned your spirit a body to dwell in, that's the point that the spirit entered hell. You see? And the spirit cannot come out of this body until a certain release date, which is known as death. So the spirit, from the time the spirit received the body, or what you call the spirit went in the flesh, it entered hell. It entered hell. And what is hell? Hell is the world, which is the body. You see that? So while you thinking that you and the earth is this distant and separate, you are the world. Because the body is the world, which is also personified as hell. So you're not distant. You're not distant. You are the world. You're not distant from the trees, the mountains, and the grass. You are the world. Just like when you look up and you might see the sun. You might see the sun, and during that night you might see the moon. But you don't even realize, when you look up at the sun, you are looking up at your brain. The sun is the brain of the body. The sun and moon is the left and right brain of the body. So you're looking at your left and right brain when you look at the sun, and then during the twilight you look at the moon. You're looking at the left and right brain. What about the stars? You might see all these stars at night. When you're looking up at the stars, you're looking at the neurotransmitters in your brain. That's what you're looking at, guys. Nothing is actually separate from you. You are the world. And I'm going to show you that if the world is classified as hell, then you are in hell already. You see that? Because if the body is the world, then you are that spirit that have been assigned the body to dwell in and to a release date. So you already are in hell. Now I'm going to explain, guys. See right here? The spirit, God assigned this spirit a body to live in. And that body right there is hell, also known as the world. So the body that the spirit lives in is hell, also known the world. So you are in the world because you are in the body. If I don't make sense, guys, go back and look at the video. Now I need to go over some book, chapter, and verses in the Bible. I need to go over some book, chapter, and verses in the Bible because I want to show you this. Now, let's go to John. 1 John. 1 John 2 and 15. This is 1 John chapter 2, verse 15. It says, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. When it says love not the world, that's talking about love not the body. Because we showed you earlier, we already went over this, that the body is the world. But you thinking that you separate from the world when you don't even realize the world is the very flesh that's on you. And your spirit is in the world. Your spirit is in the world, which is the body. And you don't supposed to love the world, meaning that you don't supposed to love the flesh, this meat bag, this dirt suit, this carbon suit, the physical, the anatomy. You don't supposed to love this. You don't supposed to pay homage to it. So while you thinking in 1 John 2 and 15, when it says love not the world, here when it says love not the world, you probably was thinking the whole entire time that it was talking like something in reference to, a global earth or something. Love not the world. You may think that it's talking about love not this, but actually it's talking about the flesh. It's talking about the flesh, because the flesh is the world. Because the world is the body. So what it's really trying to say in 1 John 2 and 15, love not the body, love not the flesh, neither the things that are in the flesh, which is like lusts and strife and envy and jealousy and hatred. These are the things that are in the world, which is the flesh. Malice, the works of the flesh, man. I'm gonna show you. It says love not the world, meaning love not the flesh. It's not talking about what you've been led to believe the world here. It's talking about the world as being the body, guys. You see? So love not the flesh, but it says love not the world. Neither the things that are in the flesh. So what are in the flesh? Let's go to Galatians. Let's go to the book of Galatians. Galatians in the New Testament. So we're going to the book of Galatians in the New Testament, guys. Hope I'm making sense to you. Don't want to make it difficult. Now watch this. I'm going to show you the lust of the flesh. Galatians chapter 5. Yes. The book of Galatians. This is Galatians. As you can see, Galatians up at the top. Chapter 5. Now I'm going to show you what's in the world, which is the body. Watch this. Now the works of the flesh, that is the works of the world, because we showed you that the world is the flesh. This is the world. This is the flesh. This is the world. Not the world on the outside of you. The world on the outside of you cannot exist unless it's your flesh. The world on the outside of you cannot exist unless it's this. So what you're looking at, you are inside of your own body. Now let's see the works of the flesh, which is the world. Now, the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these. Adultery. See that? That's why I said love not the world, neither the things are in the world. Because the world is the body. What are these wicked things that lie within the core of the human anatomy? Adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envyings, murders, drunkenness, revealings such as like sorcery, and such like of that which I tell you before, as I've also told you in time past. They which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of God. You know what that's talking about? It says, if you heed to the world, which is the flesh, because I know what you're thinking. Oh, I thought it was talking about going to clubs and going to smoke parties and, hanging in the hood around brothers that's selling crack cocaine and pills and being a prostitute working the corner. I thought it was talking about that. I thought those are things that pertain to be of the world. Let me tell you something. You cannot do none of that without the spirit having a body. So if you're saying it says love not the world, oh, I thought it was saying like don't go club hopping. Well, in order for you to go club hopping, you got to have a body, which is, so what makes you think that the body is different from the world that supposedly is on the outside of you, because that's a figment of your imagination, because you're looking at the world here. You cannot go, if it says love not the world and you thinking that it's talking about, oh, I thought that means when it says love not the world, to stay away from satanic activities, such as hanging around at the liquor bar or going to the club, like I said, or indulging in prostitution or indulging in drug-related activity or gang-related activity. You cannot do none of that, first and foremost, without a body. So the body is the world. You don't supposed to take heed to it says basically now the works of the flesh is manifest, and it told you the works of the flesh. When you read that, you thinking that the flesh and the world are totally different. You thinking that the flesh and the world are totally separate, but they're not. Everything that you see on the outside of you is actually on the inside of you. Know that. You are not separate from the world, because the world that you're living in is this. So basically, you are the spirit that's living in the world, the flesh. And you are not to heed to the desires of the world, which is the flesh. The spirit is not to heed to that. Let me show you something else. So I hope I'm making sense. It's not what you've been led to believe in the Christian church. You and the mountains, the trees, the grass, you are not separate from that, because that is you. So if you want to hurt the earth, you're hurting yourself. If you want to hurt your brothers, you're hurting yourselves. If you want to hurt your sisters, you're hurting yourselves, because you are the world. You see? And all the things that are going on in the world, you thinking that it's separate from you when that's you. Now let me show you this, guys. Watch this. Galatians 5:16. This is Galatians chapter 5:16. This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. Remember, guys, your flesh is the world. Your flesh, this is the mountains, the trees, the seas, the valleys, the hilltops, the grass, the bushes, the stars, the moon, the sun. All this right here, this flesh, this is the world. You're not supposed to be a part of this. You're supposed to crucify this. You're supposed to get over this. This is the world that you got to get over, this flesh. This is the world that you must overcome, like Christ did. He overcame the world, meaning that he overcame the flesh. He rose to his higher self and never had to come back in the flesh again in terms of reincarnation. You guys better listen to me. This I say then, walk in the spirit. So you're supposed to walk in the spirit. You're supposed to walk in the spirit. You're not supposed to heed to the flesh, because if you heed to the flesh, you're heeding to the world. So you're supposed to walk in the spirit. Galatians 5:16. You shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. Now watch this. This is Galatians 5:17. It says, for the flesh lusts against the spirit. So the flesh is the body, which is the world, which is against the spirit. So didn't I not tell you when the gods assigned your spirit a body to dwell in, your body, from that appointed time, your body became the enemy of the spirit. The spirit and the body are at war with each other. The spirit doesn't like the body, and the body doesn't like the spirit. So when God assigned your spirit a body to dwell in, from that appointed time, your body never gave a fuck about your spirit. It hates your spirit. And the spirit hates the body. So if the spirit hates the body, what that lets you see, guys, that lets you see you've been striving from day one. You've been striving from day one. You were in hell. The spirit is crying out. The spirit is incarcerated in the body in hell because the body is trying to bring the spirit under subjection. That's why the Bible says, love not the world, meaning do not heed to fleshly desires. It ain't talking about love not the world in terms of what you've been led to believe. Oh, I thought love not the world is staying away from the strippers club, or staying away from the bar, or staying away from house parties, staying away from gang-related activity, staying away from gang violence, staying away from drugs. Now, it's good to do that. It's good that you isolate yourself from such things. But when it says love not the world, truly it's talking about don't heed to your fleshly desires. Because they're not going to tell you that when it says love not the world, it's talking about love not the flesh and not heeding to fleshly desires. Okay? Galatians 5 and 17. Wait till it clears up. Galatians 5 and 17. For the flesh lusts against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. So if the spirit don't agree with your flesh must be hell. Your flesh must be the world. Your spirit don't have any dealings with your flesh. It says the spirit is against the flesh. So if your spirit is against the flesh, it says these are contrary the one to the other, so that you cannot do the things that you would. And you damn right, you can't do what you want to do in this hell. You can't do what you want to do living in hell. The spirit can't do what it want to do because it's living in hell. It has been subjugated. It has been subdued in hell, which is the body. The body is hell for the spirit. And the spirit wants to do the right thing, but hell brings it under subjection. Hell brings it under authority. That's why I hate this fucking flesh. I hate this meat bag. I hate this physical. I hate this anatomy. I hate this dirt suit. I hate it. Because what it's doing is it's tormented to my spirit. So what makes you think that your body is not hell? What makes you think that you're not in hell already? See, the problem with some of you guys, you so damn used to believing that you are the body, you thinking hell somewhere else. You so damn used to thinking that you are the body, you thinking that hell is somewhere else. When you realize that you are not the body and you actually are the spirit, when you realize that you are the spirit, then you're going to come to terms to know that, damn, God damn it, I must be in hell. See, you in hell already, but you thinking that hell is waiting on you after you die because you don't even realize that you are not the body. That's why a lot of niggas think that hell is waiting on them afterwards, because they don't even realize that they are not the body. They thinking that they the body. When you realize that I'm not this fucking body, I'm the spirit that's incarcerated in the body, then you will realize, damn, I must be subjugated by the gates of hell. The gates of hell is the flesh that holds the spirit until a release date, which is known as death, guys. So when you're talking about going to hell, nigga, I'm already in hell. When you're talking about, I don't want to go to hell, you already in hell and you don't even know it. Some of y'all done got complacent. Some of y'all used to hell. Some of y'all used to the desires of this flesh. Y'all don't want to change. Y'all don't want to kill the old man off. Y'all don't want to elevate to the higher self. Y'all don't want to raise your frequency, energy, and your vibration. You want to stay on the root chakra. Y'all don't want to elevate. Wait a minute, guys. Some of y'all niggas want to stay on the bottom of the root chakra. You don't want to elevate. The lowest chakra, the root chakra, which is the earth, three-dimensional plane. This is the third dimension. This is the lowest dimension to be in because it's hell. And just like I said, you cannot be part of the earth if the earth is not part of you. You cannot be part of the body if the body is not related to the earth. What you call earth is nothing but the human flesh. And while you thinking that you distant, while you thinking that You're on the inside looking out? No. The two are the same. You're not distant because the world itself is the flesh. And I can show you many book, chapter, and verses in the Bible. Now, guys, let's go to James. James in the New Testament. And we're going to go to James chapter 2, verse 26. Watch this. James 2 in the New Testament, James, the book of James, chapter 2, verse 26 in the New Testament. For as the body without the spirit is dead. For as the body without the spirit is dead. So the body and this is the spirit, and put an S for spirit and put a B for body. It says in James 2 and 26, for as the body without the spirit is dead, the body is fucking dead without the spirit. So what activates the body? What energizes the body? What causes the body to be lively and animated? That is the spirit. If you take the spirit out the body, then the body is dead. James 2 and 26. For as the body without the spirit is dead, so is faith without works. So if you snatch the spirit out the body, it's dead. Now, guys, you're going to tell me when you die, let's draw a picture of the world. We're drawing the world again. This is the world. I'm put a W for world. You mean to tell me when you die, your spirit don't come out the world? You mean to tell me when you die, your spirit don't ascend and come out the earth? So if you die and your spirit ascends and come out the earth, what's the damn difference from your spirit descending and coming out this earth, which is the body? See, when your spirit comes out the body after death, that's the spirit coming out the world. See, guys, you're not going to hear this type of information I'm bringing. You need to jot this down. Save these videos, man, before they delete these videos offline, guys. All right? So, when you die in your body, when you die and your spirit comes out the body, what makes you think that that's not the spirit coming out the world? The spirit can't even live in the world without having a body. The spirit can't live here without having a body. So what makes you think the body is not the world? That's why in James 2 and 26, for as the body without the spirit is dead. What you call earth, I'm bringing it to a closing now, guys. I'm bringing it to a closing now, guys. What you call the world or earth, the world and earth can also be classified as hell, because this is the place, earth is the place for soul growth. Earth is the place for soul growth. So the earth, this is the earth above right here. This is the place for your soul to grow, because we have to, the main key and the main goal is to elevate. Hold on, guys. Got somebody at the door right quick. Hold on. She ain't got back yet. She'll be back next Tuesday.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. All right, man. Just check back with me next Tuesday. All right. Yeah, guys. Sorry about that. But anyways, the main purpose in your life is to elevate. The main purpose in your life is to elevate. If you here on the earth, this is the earth. If you're living on the earth then you need to be elevating, because that's the main goal, is to elevate, because this is the place of soul growth. And you got to elevate through all this bullshit. You got to pull through this hell, because the earth, or what you call the world, is also classified as the game of God. This is the game of God. This is the God game. What you call world, earth, hell, this is the game of God. And while you exist, you're supposed to elevate. Your soul's supposed to grow and elevate. If you fucking around and not elevating and wasting time, you can only decrease. You're going to only be brought to a lower state. You see? And then in the next life, in terms of reincarnation, you're going to be on a lower frequency, energy, and vibration dimension. So we're supposed to elevate and keep growing and growing until we get to a certain level to be qualified to reach Etheria, which is what you call the highest heavens, or what some may call it the ether. What we supposed to be doing is trying to get to the ether, man, the realm of Etheria. Okay, and before we can get here, we got to elevate in the world, aka earth, also known as hell, and the world is also known as the body. So when the spirit is put in the body, actually the body cannot live without existing in the world, because this is the only place the body can dwell in. The body can't dwell nowhere else but on the world, or what you call earth. So when the spirit is put in the body, and the body is dwelling in the world, actually the world is the body for your spirit, and you're not supposed to be part of it. See that? And it tells you that in the Bible, in so many places, it tells you that. So this is the place for soul growth. This is the God game that you must overcome. I'm going to show you this in Revelation. Watch this. This is in the book of Revelation, guys. Watch this. Revelation chapter 2 and 25. Watch this. Revelation, the book of Revelation, chapter 2 and 25. It says, "But that which ye have already hold fast till I come." Then it says, Revelation 2 and 26. "And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him I will give power over the nations." See that? So you got to overcome, guys. Also in Revelation 2:11, it tells you in Revelation chapter 2 verse 11, "He that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit said unto the churches. He that overcome shall not be hurt of the second death." It's all about overcoming. So it's all about overcoming what? Overcoming the flesh, which is known as the world. So you can graduate, you can elevate to Etheria, or what you call the kingdom of heaven. Hope this was a blessing to you guys, a blessing to you guys. And please like, comment, and subscribe on the behalf of Solid Foundation, Israelite Academy. Until next one, Shalom.